Welcome back, survivors. The time has come to move our space elevator. I had it down there in the valley. I'm going to move it up here. I've got my location picked out. I've marked where I want to put it by these two lookout towers. But I kind of wanted to give you guys an update here on the progress of where we're at, where we're going, what all we've got going on here in the base. As you can see, I've got a conveyor belt for every single product. Currently we have, I think I showed this in the last episode, I have all my raw ingots and everything coming up conveyor belts into the base up here, and they're being produced into their various goods. These various goods are all going into storage containers, which I've got lined up nice and neat here, and a nice neat row. Every little product is being manufactured everywhere. Well, in its own little respective place. Like right here is iron, right here next to that is steel, etc. Next to that is copper. And anyways, so we've got all the products coming in on the conveyor belts, and then I've got them going into these storage containers temporarily to house extra materials while we're laying all this out. And then I laid out conveyor belts going to the next stage. And all these conveyor belts are heading out to assemblers. My assemblers are over here. I did bring quartz up. This is the quartz crystals processed from the raw quartz down below, way out there. We showed in the last episode, and it's being just brought up a conveyor lift, same way we did with the gunpowder or black powder, exact same way we did that. In fact, the conveyor belts are running right next to each other from all the way back to my base here. And this is hitting a conveyor lift coming up and then feeding out. I don't currently have it set up to it doesn't have any use in the game. Same with the black powder, other than the small little things that we've made so far. There's no assemblers that use it yet. Maybe there's a fabricator that'll use it, but we haven't quite got to that step. That's what we're going to be working on today. So all my conveyor belts, all my products are coming out of these storage containers, going across various belts. They're different speeds. I've been able to upgrade a few of them here and there. The ones that especially needed, like the screws, are on the fastest conveyor belt I can build so far, because we need tons and tons and tons of screws, and there's still not enough. Like you can see, this one right here is having a shortage. They're only coming out 6 at a time instead of a nice steady stream. They're being held up. So those are going to, or I already know which one it is. It's this one right here, producing the reinforced iron plates. We're just not able to get screws in there fast enough to make those as quickly as possible. I am using it. It is overclocked. I could take the overclocker off, and that would fix that. But I'm trying to get. I'm streamlining it. So I'm going back and reworking my process over there, making the screws faster is what I'm trying to do. I just retuned everything, and I'm waiting to see if that'll catch up here in the next few minutes. But anyways, on to what we're working on today. I've got my assemblers all set up. So I'm producing reinforced iron plates, and that one I'm producing rotors in this one, and stators in this one, and lastly we're producing the encased industrial beams in this one. All of these are going into their own storage container. All of the items that I am not currently using, that don't hit an assembler, aren't using an assembler, are going into their own little storage containers out here. Because the idea is that everything from here and all these nice little neat organized storage containers are going to dump out into the next process, the fabricators. So a couple of the products are needed to further produce in another assembler, like the rotors and stators are put into this assembler to make motors. So they're a two-step process. Same with the, what is this one here? The modular frames. They require screws, and not screws, but iron bars. Is it iron pipes, whatever they're called, anyways, along with the reinforced iron plates to make those. And they're going out into their own respective storage containers. And I've got them set up a little bit differently because they are the next tiered item. These two are the next items we need to upgrade our space elevator. First, I've got to place it. I didn't want to, grab the resources from up here and run back downstairs and put them in the space elevator. No, I wanted it all up here centralized. So I marked off the dead center of the base. Like right here is the, let me get right in between these two. Right here, this spot right here is the exact center of the base. I went and counted all the squares of the base. It runs 65 squares from that end to that end. and then it runs 40 squares from that end to that end. So I haven't quite finished it. I've got, like, I don't know, a few squares over here. I keep running out of concrete. A few squares over here I've not finished. Right here, this little patch right here are the last squares to be finished in the whole base, right? Not that I really need it. This base is twice as big as what I actually need. Hopefully we can expand upon it later and make it, you know, and fill in this area out here. But this is the center of the base, and so far, it's more than I need. Like, I haven't used any of this area over here. So we could actually double this base, basically replicate everything we're doing on this side on that side, and make the base twice as big, produce twice as many materials. Anyways, enough talking. Jimmy, place this space elevator. Let's get it lined up. Let's see, dead center's gonna be right there, and I want it... Will it actually let me place it with these, Oh, it's not gonna let me place it with those, Oh, there it is, there it is. I was gonna say, with these lookout towers in the way, it's not gonna let me place it. Let me get them as close as possible. There we go. And that should line up with my splitters or mergers I've got right here, because the idea is that using these mergers, I can just transport the materials from that we need out there, run them along conveyor belts to here, and then have the conveyor belt run directly to... Oh, it's like, oh my god, what is that noise? There's an alarm going off. What did I do wrong? I forgot the space elevator coming down does this. It's a really cool process. It's been a while since we've seen it, too. Then check this thing out. The space elevator comes down, gets locked into the arms. Super cool. Alright, grab the hooks. Boom. Locked in. That is so cool. The elevator extends all the way down, and now we just need to put the products, the finished goods, into the space elevator to get our next tier unlocked. We're stuck at tier 4. We can't proceed to tier 5 until we process this last upgrade. So we need 150 motors and 500 modular frames. So I've got to ship all those from these containers over here. I should be pretty close on the modular frames. I know I've got enough motors. Easy peasy on the motors. It's the modular frames I'm worried about. Let's see, there's 100, 200, 300. I've got one more. Come on. I've got 400. I've got 399. It's going to take forever. Come on, one more. Where's it at? There it is. There's number 400. So I've got to wait for 100 more of these. And as you can see, they're being produced nice and slow. And part of the reason is because we're being held up back here waiting on screws. Screws are holding up the whole process. Like, I could speed up my reinforced iron plates, but I'm waiting on screws. It actually looks like, though, I might be producing enough screws now. Let me just double check my numbers here. Still a hair slow. Just a hair slow. Okay. Alright, back to there. I've got to make 100 more. I could just manually make them. It would probably be faster at this point. But we do have enough motors. So let's go ahead and get our conveyor belt set up. I'll show you guys really quick. Let me use level 3 conveyor belt, because what the heck. And just extend this straight out as far as we can. There we go. That's the length. As far as we can on that one. And then as far as we can on this one. I'll do the same thing here. We'll get all our motors coming out. Come on. And there. That's as far as we can go on that one. So now we'll extend them to their particular slots here. Let's see. Get that nice and straight. Lined up. Perfect. And 1, 2. 2 spaces back. We'll give it a nice even turn. Right into the slot. Perfect there. Now let's get this one lined up. And it took a lot of trial and error to figure out exactly how far you can place something. Can't afford it. What am I out of? Oh gosh, I'm out of steel beams. I've got a bunch of those being produced over here. They're on a conveyor belt, actually. I'll just steal them out of one of these assemblers for now. It's just this. No, the last one. And the last one should be stacked up on them. There we go. 100 of them. We'll just take them out of there. It's using concrete more than it is those steel beams, so not hurting anything by taking them out. Get this extended all the way out, and then we've got to turn it into there, so that's even with it. Back 1, back 2. and that makes a nice, neat, even turn when you place it. See how nice and straight that is? How nice that looks? It took me a while to figure that out. In fact, routing all those belts over there helped me to figure that out, exactly where you place everything. It's a little bit of trial and error, actually. It's a fair bit of trial and error to get everything nice and even and symmetrical, so they all have the same turn. Every one of those has the same turn, the same bend. Everything is the same from one conveyor belt to the other. I mean, other than the obvious length, and a couple of them rise to go over the others, but I try to make everything as symmetrical as possible. Like this corner right here is all identical. Oh, shit! I just died. Oh my god, it's a long way down. Oh no, I just fell off the map. Good job, Jimmy. So I just lost all my resources because there's no way I can get all that stuff back. Shit. Anyways, yeah, that corner's nice and symmetrical. I gotta make some more jump boots because I'm walking around way too slow up here. Gosh, Jimmy, that was dumb. Alright, while we're getting all our materials together to make the rest of my equipment back, I do have enough crystal oscillators to go ahead and research. We need 10. I've got 11. Let's go ahead and research those and see what we get from them. Oh man, I ran out of power. I overclocked one too many things again. That's going to take 22 minutes. Alright, well that'll give me plenty of time to regather all my gear and figure out this overclocking issue, why I'm running out of power again. Let me get back on to work on that. Alright, I've replaced all my lost stuff there, and I've got enough concrete, I believe. I should be able to finish the rest of this base. I put this little tractor out here, just kind of quickly get me back and forth from one area of the base to the other. But by the time we get this concrete laid in, we should have enough modular frames made to finish up the next tier for the space elevator, which would unlock tier 5 for us. Which is what's holding us up right now. We need faster conveyor belts, and to get faster conveyor belts we need to unlock tier 5. So let me see if I got quite enough I'm hoping I've got enough concrete now to finish this up, and if we can finish this up then the base is really done. Oh, that one's in the wrong spot. Replace that. Nice and easy. Dang it. Trying to go too fast. Screwing it all up, Jimmy. Alright, there we go. Finished it all up. The base is now officially done. It goes from one waterfall edge to the other waterfall edge. Pretty neat. Like I said, there's basically just the edge of the map over there, so not really any point in exploring that area back in there. You just come to a point where you start taking damage. Like the game doesn't want you to go any further. You start taking damage once you get out there. It's kind of disappointing, but you know, there has to be an end to the world somewhere, right? But for now, while I'm waiting on this last few modular frames to be produced, I can see that they're not stacking up on the conveyor belt, so they're not quite there yet. There's not quite enough. We can double check as we pass by. But there was this item that I kept seeing down below the base on this waterfall. I should have enough concrete to get back up. Oh, we're so close. We need 7 more frames. All right, so we're really close. There was an item down here that I could see from up above, but I couldn't quite reach. Let me make sure my tractor's out of the way here. I don't want it to get in the way of what we're going to do next. But basically, I've got to remove the floor, find this little spot. I know it's pretty much right in this area. Let me just remove a foundation so we can see down and see exactly where I'm talking about. Right there it is. And I think that's a power slug down there. It looks like a purple one. So I've got to figure out a way to get down there. And I should have enough concrete. Let me see. Oh, not place one. Remove one, Jimmy. If I'm in the right spot, I need to go over a couple more squares. Let's see if we can line this up correctly. Like right here. Remove it, please. Oh, I went too far. One more. Yeah, that's it. I probably won't die from fall damage dropping down. Probably. Alright, let's YOLO this stuff. Oh my god, this is a long way down. Live! Oh! Alright, well, I already found out the hard way I can't survive that fall, and I don't have parachutes. I forgot you can't get parachutes until tier 5 or tier 6, so I can't actually craft parachutes. So we're gonna have to do this the hard way. I made myself a little cheesy platform to fall down on, and now we'll just have to kind of be careful and work our way down. I should have enough concrete, but it's like I don't want to take any more fall damage, obviously. I can't afford to take much more. But you see, I just kind of place platforms starting at the ground up, and you can do this. You have such a long distance you can place foundations down that you can really get away with this. It's kind of cheesy, but whatever, it works. I don't really care. I just want to get down here and see what this thing is, and I don't have time to wait to make parachutes. So I'm already waiting on the modular frames to finish crafting, so as long as I'm careful right here, I should be able to get down. Oh, that's a little bit too far. Make sure we don't take any fall damage there. I got a few more here. Let's see, remove these. I'm going to have to build the similar way to get back up, obviously, once we're down here. Let's see, remove that one. Remove that one, fall down. Alright, this is going to work. It's just going to be a little bit tedious. Placing platforms, removing platforms. Is that... I should not take fall damage from that. Yeah. Nice, nice. There's a couple left here. We're almost down. Alright, now yeah, there's my box where I died. Trying to see if I could survive it without a parachute. Nope, jump boots are not enough. Alright, so that's not going to let me place another foundation. Let me try scooting to the side and placing it. Come on. It probably is not going to let me place because that... There we go, there we go. Place a few more. Now I won't take fall damage from that. Sweet. Yeah, that's as far... That platform right there is as far as I could reach from up there. So it really has a long distance reach to it, but... got as far as we could, and I'll probably have to build something to get back up, obviously, once we get down here. It's not that hard. Once you're down, it's easy to build up. It's near impossible to build from the top down in this game. So let me see, drop down to here. Yeah, I got this easy peasy. And I am removing these because what I'll build is stairs to get out of here. Just these foundations right here won't quite work. I mean, it'll work, but I can't jump that high, so let me see. Place a few more foundations right here. Like that, and here we are. What is that? Yes, that is a slug. Wait, I probably should get a couple more. Don't want to risk dying now that I'm down here. There we go. Purple one! Sweet! All this for one purple power slug, but they're worth it. They give you 5... power nodes to overclock with, and I am completely out of them right now, so I think I had 2 when I fell into the void, into the abyss down there, so I lost 2, but now I just gained back 5. So let me build myself a platform to get back up here. We should have all the modular frames we need to unlock tier 5, and then we'll see if we can get some parachutes for real. Alright, the frames are finally starting to stack up here, which means the space elevator is full. Finally, we got it. Let's seal this up. And let's send this package on into outer space. Bon voyage. That will unlock tier 5 and tier 6. I'm going to go ahead and grab this conveyor belt so that no more of them come out. Boom! That is gone. See you later. So now we can unlock tier 5 and tier 6 items, which is going to be a big benefit to us, obviously, because it's the final items in the game. We'll be able to unlock the best gear, the best tools, the best conveyor belts, which is what I really need right now. I am held back by my level 3s. I've overclocked everything as much as possible and just being held back by the level 3 belts. So let's get over here to the hub. Let's see what all we need to upgrade for the next tier. Oh, there's the parachute in tier 2. There it is, Jimmy. Duh. I just hadn't researched it. All right, tier 5 oil processing. Our power keeps shutting off, so I need to get the fuel going. The fuel generators going. They're much more efficient than the coal. In fact, I've been supplementing my coal generators with these biomass generators, and it keeps shutting off on me. I've just got everything overclocked too much, so I need more power. So fuel is probably going to be the next important thing to unlock for us. I think, yeah, there's the manufacturers also in tier 5, and it's tier 6 unlocks the conveyor belt with the jetpack and the gas mask. Okay. So, all right, tier 5 is what I need to focus on. Get my fuel, get the oil running, get all that set up so I can get better generators and all that. But all that's going to have to wait for the next episode. That's all the time we've got for today. I think I've got a pretty good setup here. Like I said, I just need faster conveyor belts and I need more consistent power. So that's going to wrap up this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit that thumbs up button. If you like this video, post me any comments or questions down below. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.